Hello guys and welcome back. This is Let's Play Tony Hawk's Underground Part 3, and as you can see, now that we jumped the bridge, the cops are no longer there and we can travel across the bridge as much as we want. But we're going to start out by doing this required mission first.
No skater punks allowed in the station.
And this is the typical portrayal of a cop in this game.
Please, man, we have to get out of town.
And Eric's explaining that crack dealers are trying to kill him, so they need to get to the train. But this guy thinks that we're just going to draw penises all over the train station, which he's probably right, but we piss him off and now we have to break his legs by grinding around in a circle. I don't know, game makes the rules, I don't. Now that he is crippled, all of a sudden we can get into the train station. This is a really small chapter here. I think we only have to do 1 or 2 missions? 1.
I was sleeping.
And this is the classic Ollie the Bum. And he's telling us that he was sleeping and his cardboard box house blew away. So we have to get all the pieces, and we do have to get them in a combo. Harder difficulties, I think there's 3 pieces.
The dealers, they're heading east, back to their hangout.
Oh no, the dealers got Eric while I was busy helping homeless people. So now we have to chase a car on a skateboard, and we will miraculously keep up with it. Kind of. And it looks like... oh, looks like they're gonna get away until we get helped out by a friendly local street gang, which technically we're part of. See, gangs will help you kids. So, and the driving comes back. This is one of those required driving missions I was talking about. It's actually a pain, and I just failed it. So we are going to retry from that part. So now we have a car to chase the SUV with, and we still keep the same general distance. Physics, it works, kids. Skateboards go 40 miles an hour. But we have to follow him around a couple times, all the way back to the train station. And after this, we will be moving on to a new location. And we ram their car, and once again, we set the SUV on fire. These crack dealers can't catch a break. Every time they buy a new car, we set it on fire. And we hop a ride just like a hobo across the pond to Manhattan. Yes, this is the next level, is Manhattan, New York. There's a few small chapters here, but it's a pretty small level.
Pumped if we can get some footy from the Brooklyn Banks, Veterans Memorial, the Pyramid Ledges, and 78 Water Street.
And those are all the popular skate places around Manhattan. I probably won't be spending any time there at all. First mission, right off the bat. Someone stole her purse, so she tells a local skater to go find all the things that were in it. Game makes perfect sense. So 1 is right up on that ledge. 2nd is down here at the banks. They're quite obvious, and they have the big hand over them that all the mission items have in this game. It's a pretty easy mission, and it's right off where you start, so it gets done right away. And down here we have a score high points.
Skating ain't nothing compared to working construction. Okay.
And this construction worker tells us that construction is much harder than skateboarding, so we have to impress him by scoring 20,000 points. So the more menial people get, the more it takes to impress them in this game. It seems to be a standard that will eventually go to insane heights. And we're already done with some flatland tricks. And a failed pop shove it. I think this one is... yep, this mission is pretty cool. It takes you to all the places that he talked about in the opening, and you have to score increasing amounts of points at each of them. So that one was 1,000, this one's 250 or 2,500. It's not too hard. Lots of places to grind around here, but no ramps. And then the waterfront, which has a lot of grinds on it, and a few locations like this. Then the memorial, which we're not supposed to be skating, but we do it in broad daylight in front of all the cops and everything anyway. And this is the banks, the famous New York banks that, you know, no one's ever heard of. We have to score 4,000 points here, and you know that mission was pretty easy, but it was pretty cool. It shows you all most of the big places in the level. Quick before I do anything else, you may have noticed the moves that have been showing up in blue down in my combo area. Those are called gaps, and there is quite a lot of them in each level. I do plan on eventually showing all the gaps for every level, but what they are is they're just certain special areas you grind or do flips over and stuff. This one right here, if you just do any sort of move over this bank, over these rails, and land it, you get a gap called the Mikey Valley. And so there's a lot of them in each level. There's some pretty classic ones: bench to bench, rail to rail, rail to bench, stuff like that. They're all over the place. And here we're gonna get another professional special move. And this one is, again, impossible, but it's Chad Muska in this game, has a love affair with Chad Muska, so we will just do what he says. Get the special meter, and then jump and land in the Hudson River and die. No, get the special meter and then do the moonwalk 5-0 across the entire waterfront on a small little wire. It is the most amazing feat ever accomplished by man if it was real. And now we can do the moonwalk 5-0 anytime we have a special meter, which I just immediately forgot how to do. So we'll do one more mission, and then it looks like we'll probably be out of time. Yeah, we'll go do the one down by the waterfront. This is another one of those call it the moves things. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is the nut vendor one. There's nut vendors all around the city, and that one wants all the money for himself, so we have to go smash the other ones with this old beat up car. These nut vendors actually get a lot of play in this level. There's at least one other mission I can think of that has them, but this one's pretty simple considering the arrow tells you where they all are. All you gotta do is drive up to them and drive through them, and of course I have to miss it. There's 4 of them to destroy, but I think there's actually 6 in the level.
Check out the skaters down at the Brooklyn Banks.
I guess we have time for this. This is the end of chapter mission. This is pretty. Actually, I think this is just a cutscene. So those kids have a camera, so we have to figure out a way to get it from them so we can make our sponsor video. And of course, the New Jersey kids and the New York kids argue.
Hey, let's just go skate.
So your main character, of course, being the hippie peacekeeper type character who's always loving and stuff, says, you know guys, it's just about the skating. So now we have to go do a bunch of missions and skate with the locals. Quick, I'm going to go back like previously and do the last mission from the previous chapter. This one is like the mission from New Jersey where he calls out moves and you have to do them. These are grinds, except you have to hold them over the benches. I seem to remember that having more to it, but that was a tutorial mission saying that if you're grinding between 2 things that are relatively close together, and you hold down whatever direction grind you want to, when you make the gap it'll switch them. So that one, all I had to do was hold Y. It was pretty simple. But we are back to skating with the locals, but we are running a bit low on time, so we will start that chapter next time. I will catch you guys then.